Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to welcome to another Virtual Wrestling United press conference.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he couldn't get the
Professional.
words out this time.
apparently,
This is the second time we're doing this, but we're doing it for a reason, everybody.
So
Yeah.
professional.
yeah, we weren't.
That's what we're here. That's what we are here at Virtual Wrestling United. We are very professional.
Trying to be.
Except Zahai, he's a douchebag.
Speaking of which, we have
Apparently.
I was about to say we have Mr. Zahia Morgan here with us, along with
Unlike the last time.
Dante Hamid from ACAW, Mr.
AWAC.
AWAC.
I'm sorry. I am tired. I have been doing a lot of editing lately.
Of course.
We have Malik Brown in here. We have Mr. SRH.
What's up?
Yo.
And we have the douchebag Zahia Morgan.
The commentator with two first names as names.
Yep.
Yes. And before we begin, I would just like to state this out. No more deleted comments. No more.
Yeah.
Wait, so no more deletion.
Yes, no more deletion.
Now
apologize.
the deletion. You could say the deletion is now obsolete.
We understand.
Obsolete.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we understand why some things got deleted, but they shouldn't have been, and we apologize for that. And there will be no more deleting comments from this point forward. If anybody has a question, we will answer it. Speaking of which, is this another Call All-Stars?
No.
Not in the slightest.
Not even close.
Then what is it?
Well, I think in order to answer that, we got to go back and talk about how VWU came to be. How VWU turned into this mega conglomerate festival.
Okay, well, let me explain that, Zahia the douchebag. Let me explain this to you. No, seriously though. So what happened was a few years ago, myself, Smokey, Matos, who runs SCA, Hakeem, and Malik, we all had this idea of Virtual Wrestling United. Sort of like another group to talk about CAW, and yes, CAW and virtual wrestling are the same thing. It's basically just how you say it and how people interpret it. It's not anything different.
Yeah,
I know we were going to address that question later, but we just decided to do it now. And so it started as just a Facebook group, just another Facebook group like the Video Game Wrestling Network or the CCL page or whatever page there is. Just an extra forum to talk about stuff. And then around a year later or so, it was Smokey who got the idea of, oh, well, Queens of Wrestling, which is what I run, that's part of this. So how come we don't have a men's title? And so he thought of the Battle for Greatness, which was a 24-man tournament that would be deciding a new champion. And then I had the idea of, wait a minute, instead of doing that, why don't we just take Virtual Wrestling United, take the Battle for Greatness, slam them together, and just have this one big thing? And that's what Prestige came out to be. And it was originally going to be a 3-night event with 10 matches on the card. And then MTB said, well, MTB and I had a conversation and we're like, well, 3 nights with 10 matches, aren't people going to get burned out from that? So I said, well, if we split the 10 matches, if we split all 30 matches into 7 days, why don't we just do it that way? And so that's what we did. We split all 3 of those nights into 7 days. And then more leagues decided to show up and wanted to show up. And then we said, well, why don't we just add one more match to each night? And that's what it was originally 6 nights. And then I said, wait, isn't there a pre-show? And so the pre-show actually became night 1 and so on. And then we added another pre-show to that, which will air the week before Prestige. So in turn, that's 8 nights in total of the whole festival thing. But it's not like Call All Stars. This is basically like a festival of dream matches, pretty much. Queens of Wrestling has always been about that. It's always been about uniting the community together. And we're open to work with Call All Stars. We're open to work with anybody really that wants to be a part of this, because that's what this is about. This isn't about egos. This isn't about who dislikes who or who has an issue with who. It's about us being a community and working together and putting on great matches and having fun and putting on matches that people may not see everywhere else. I mean, we have a match on the card now. Where else are you going to see Monkey D. Luffy and Evan O'Shea in the same ring? That's something that you won't see on a regular UCWL or a regular episode of RSW when it comes in and stuff. We got freaking, Nadia and Akira for the Queens of Wrestling title. That's a big match. It's never happened before. All these matches, we've had several first-time matches on this card that no one has ever seen. And it's a thing where we wanted to do this because it's something fun. It's an idea that we've had for the last 2 years now. And I get the comparisons. I get why people will say, oh, this is like Call All Stars, or oh, this is going to spite Call All Stars. But it's not spiting anybody. We're not taking shots at anybody, and if we are taking shots at anybody in your eyes and anybody's eyes that might be listening to this, we're sorry for that. If we doing this or anything that's been said or anything that's been done if you take it as an insult to what you're doing with Call All Stars, or if you take it as, oh, well, they're trying to replace Call All Stars. No, we're not trying to replace anything. We're not trying to be the new Call All Stars or anything like that. We want to work with everybody that says, hey, I want to be a part of this too. I mean, right now we got 20 leagues total that's being represented in Prestige already, and in the entire group. So that right there shows we're not wanting to exclude anybody. We're not trying to kick people out because we don't like them, or we're not trying to, exclude a certain person because, oh, this person has beef with this person, so we don't want you. Because what would that make us look like? What would that make us look like if we just decided, oh, well, here's this guy, and he doesn't like this guy, so we don't want you here? Because that wouldn't make us any different than anybody else that does the same thing in some other group. If there's some other group out there in the world that excludes people just because they don't like somebody, then that's them. But we're gonna do things differently. And if you don't like somebody, and you come to us and let us know that, and we work things out. But
yes.
Yeah, MCB, go ahead.
Yes.
Before I go on a soapbox.
Yes, and when we talk about people that might exclude anybody, we're speaking hypothetically. We're not talking about any group whatsoever. We are not, I'm going to say this now, we are not talking about Call All Stars, because at the end of the day, we want to work with Call All Stars, like D-Wall said. That's a goal of ours. That's a goal. We want to work with Sean and everything that he does. And hopefully someday that can happen. Last time I checked, a majority of our leagues are still involved in Call All Stars. Virtual Wrestling Unite is not going to change that. We're just we're giving people more of what they want. And and what they want is dream matches. And that's what we're in the business of making, matches that people want to see. I mean, for Pete's sake, we've got Cell versus Seth Rollins. How can any beef come out of Cell versus Seth Rollins? Only good can come out of that.
The perfect combination.
It was perfectly architected.
I expect that shit from the douchebag, not you.
Yeah, those jokes both sucked ass.
So Don,
Like you
so
always-
So
Yours
basically,
too?
Zahaya. So basically, you Zahaya on the net show. Okay.
so Dante, anything to add?
No, not really. I mean, you got all the bases covered. Of course, AWAC is in this united group, along with others like ZCW, WEDF, CCL, all the good colleagues. You know, and it just gives us a chance to work with people. I mean, coming from me, I've dealt with drama and bullshit and all that other stuff, and you know, everybody gets tired of that. I mean, I just want virtual wrestling, core wrestling, whatever you want to call it, to be about the art, the respect, and the entertainment of it all. Not fucking drama and all that stuff. You know, just live life.
And I've always said this. Why does a hobby have to involve egos?
Yeah,
Why does a hobby that's been around for ever since wrestling games were a thing, why do we have to treat it like a business? Why? If you go on to, like me, I want to do gaming content on my channel. That's separate from the hobby thing. That's the eventual business thing. But with this hobby stuff, this whole taking time out of your day to produce a show that you have fun doing and people have fun watching and stuff, why do there need to be egos? Why does there need to be beef with people? Over what? A virtual character that doesn't exist? You know what I mean? You know, why are you gonna have beef over a virtual character that's non-existent? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is supposed to be about if you really are that, if you really have, and I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, but I'm just coming from my point of view. If you have beef with somebody over a virtual character, why don't you just go and talk to the owner of the Call League? You know, don't talk behind people's back. Don't go and make big posts about it. Just talk to the person. And if you can't get in touch with the person, you know, one, find out why you can't get in touch with the person, and you know, just try and get in touch with them and sort it out. You know, there's no room in this hobby for people to have issues with other people. You know, and that's what this is supposed to be about too. It's about us all working together as one group.
Yeah. And speaking as somebody who made one of those big posts recently, yeah, I can definitely, I definitely see where D-Wall's coming from, and where, frankly, we just want this to go, because at the end of the day, we've gotten some things worked out. We're not going to say how, we're not going to say why, we're not going to say with who, but we've gotten some things worked out, and the future's looking a lot brighter. We can promise you that. And I suppose the next thing we should talk about is we've gotten a lot of match suggestions from people. And I believe I told Chris about this. He was wanting to suggest a match for Prestige. Prestige is fully booked. If you guys are trying to suggest a match for Prestige, we haven't fully revealed everything yet, but it's booked. And that's not trying to say, oh, don't waste our time saying that. No, we are not saying that. It's just because
it's done. The match card is 100% booked. Now we've mentioned this before, and I think I should go ahead, since I'm one of the founders of this group, I can go ahead and announce this. There will be another VWU special in May. It's called Insurgency. It's a 10-match card, not 42, not 46, not 50. God help us. It's because MTV's already losing its freaking sanity. It's 10 matches. It's
terrible.
It's 10 matches. And I can tell you right now, 4 of those matches are already booked. And and those are three title matches that will be determined at Prestige. It's the Soul Silver title, the Queens of Wrestling title, and the VW World title. Those are three matches that are already going to be booked after the end of Prestige, because we got number one contenders matches and obviously the title matches on that show. There's one other match that is already planned out for that show. Do you want me to say it now, or you want me to wait until Prestige?
Is it the cage
It's
match?
that.
Is it the
Yeah.
cage match?
It's the cage match.
I think I would like to say it, actually.
Go, you can go ahead, because I don't think Malik knows about it either.
Yes. At VW Insurgents in May.
Insurgency.
Insurgency.
There's a Y at the end of that.
Insurgency. There will be a steel cage match. And it will be JC Wolf versus VPAC.
We can go ahead, and it's going to be on the screen. It is on the screen. It is on the screen right now for you guys to see. It is official. That is the very first confirmed match for the next VW special.
Yeah.
And this will be the last time these two fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is behind the scenes stuff. I think everybody in here is getting a little bit tired of VPAC bragging about his win over JC Wolf.
The
For first
asterisk
time.
win.
I
should
think
say.
everybody in here can agree on that, right?
Yeah, I think we are tired of hearing about how Malik helped VPAC win.
Yeah.
Are we really gonna put this out in front of everyone?
Oh, we're gonna put this out.
No, we're exposing.
See, Zahia,
gonna expose this boy.
see, Zahia, you might be scared, but we're not. Okay.
Boy's getting exposed. Pretty
Jesus
much.
Christ. So much for a professional press conference, I guess.
Zahia, you're in here. So how much more professional can we honestly be?
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not the
Of
one.
which
exposing
I will
You're the
go-
one. You're the one with the shitty puns.
I'm not the
Say-
one.
say-
I didn't just say
Okay.
perfectly architected.
Zaya,
Mr.
Zaya,
MTV.
Would you like me to announce a ZCW match for Prestige now?
Sure.
Well, at Prestige, on night one, there will be a one-on-one match between representing JCPW, Kristen Townsend, against ZCW's Alexis Foon.
Oh.
Oh, now I'm excited.
Oh, no.
Now I actually give a shit about this show.
I came here to this fucking press conference. I haven't said a word in the last 25 minutes. That should show you how dedicated I am in the first place.
This is
We're
true.
glad you're dedicated. Zahia, we are appreciative of your dedication.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So, and with the news that there are 20 leagues that are going to be involved in Prestige, I have been getting this question a lot. And I wanted it to be a surprise, but I think if we're going out and we're getting rid of all the questions and we're answering as much as we possibly can, and here comes the part where Malik Brown cries. No offense, Malik.
None taken.
Yes, TNXA will be represented at Prestige.
All right.
I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say in which match. No, it will not be revealed because the match will be a surprise. I'm not going to say if it's going to be in Prestige or if it's going to be on the pre-show. You will just have to watch and find out, but there will be a TNXA representative.
Because, yes.
Because this is an equal opportunity thing. Every league is welcome.
Yes, we have the equal opportunity stamp posted right up on the logo. You just can't see it. It's real small.
Mhm.
It's
Teamwork.
really. What'd you just say, Zahar?
Yeah, teamwork.
Get the hell
I
out.
spilled
Get
it.
the hell out.
Group bonding.
Group
Zahai, just you struggling to say the word bonding is frightening to me. Frightening.
Well, congratulations to TNXA. That's all I gotta say.
Yes,
Because I didn't know this was happening, but cool.
that's all that needs to be said. Let's just keep it at that.
All right.
So basically now that that's out of the way, there was also a question, if I can pull it up really quick. To a casual viewer discovering this community for the first time, how does explaining to them virtual wrestling is uniting the community make sense to them when they're more than likely already don't know there is a difference in the above listed buzzwords, which is virtual wrestling united and stuff as opposed to call. Like I said, call and virtual wrestling are basically two different things. When we say uniting community, that basically just a simple term for bringing everybody together that's a part of, let's say, a sim league. Like, let's just go out of the blue and just say FAM, even though that probably will never happen.
Never.
But I'm saying it in the terms of that's the only sim league that I can think of off the top of my head. But those groups, people like all people that are like, National E-Wrestling, the people, all these kinds of groups, all these kinds of people, we're bringing them all. We want to work with everyone. And I know it may sound confusing coming from us saying, oh, it's Virtual Wrestling United. It's not Call United or whatever, It may sound a little bit different. It may sound a little confusing. But all in all, it's basically, if I was to say to somebody who's just coming in, is like, what is this? I would straight up tell them this is just a community where we're bringing all different leagues, all different kinds of people, all different kinds of backgrounds and everything just all in one place, and we want to work with everyone. And if there's, and like I said earlier, if there's a thing where there's an issue, unless something completely major happens to the point where we can't get in touch with you, then we will get in touch with you and work everything out.
Yeah, so FAM, if you want to work with us, just shoot up a DM to @ZayaMorgan on Twitter. We can work something
Get the
out
hell
there.
out. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. I will kick you out right now.
But no. To be fair, Zaya has a point. If you want to work with ZCW on a VWU show, talk to Zahaya. If you want to work, and this is breaking kayfabe a little bit, if you want to work on a DCA match, on a DCA versus your league match, talk to D-Wall, talk to Malik. Don't talk to me. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, because nobody wants to work with my shit league.
Mostly so somebody can stop
No.
confusing
Here's an
MTV
idea.
for the guy that runs DCA.
And here's an idea: work with Battle Pro. Damn it.
Yes, because
Don't
I've
work
actually
with
gotten a
work
few
with
people.
Battle Pro.
I've actually gotten a couple people who think over the past few since the Sakura Sailor Moon match was announced that I run DCA, and that's not a shot to the people who were involved in the match. No, absolutely not. Yeah, I can't say anything about that match because I don't know how the match goes yet. I haven't gotten a hold of it yet to edit it. So I don't even know how the match is going to go, what the plans are, what the plans are going to be. I don't even control what the match is. Malik's the booker. Talk to him.
What we're saying is, if there's we put the leagues like where the names are. So if you want a match with that certain league or with that certain wrestler on that league, then all you have to do, find the name of that league, find the person who owns it, and then talk to them about a potential match that you might want.
Yes. So,
Except for Zahia's shit league. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So, on that note, there's
No.
one last thing we have to address, and that is, and yeah, this is going to be a little bit controversial, but I think it helps that we clear it up. And that is the posts that were posted today leading up to this Q&A, this press conference, about supposedly about the supposedly insulting ones. We're not going to say who did it, but let's just say that was just an in-character post to try and get people's attention. We're sorry if people were offended, and I think that's about it. Anything to add?
I think you pretty much added that. I pretty much said what I wanted to say. And you pretty much said it already. Hey, hi, I'm Malik Brown, booker of DCA. I'm the one that booked me and D-Wall, the one that runs DCA and books the shows. MTB only does the match cards and edits. That's all he does.
But I am the booker for TPGW, thank you very much. So if you want to talk
Yes,
about
yes.
TPGW with me, talk to me.
And if you want to talk to Zahia about ZCW, get in touch with any of us because he's not going to be around to answer your questions.
Probably not.
Well, at least he admits it. By the way, somebody talk to Dave about WFS. This man is a genius when it comes to booking.
Tell somebody work with this man because he doesn't feel like his league is good enough, and we keep telling him that it is, and it is good. We all know it is.
Look it up, boy.
Hashtag WFS 100.
He deserves better than what he's been given. He deserves a lot.
And subscribe to Dante too.
Yes.
Yes.
One more thing. Yeah, just have fun with it. Honestly, I think that should be the closing thing.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fucking hobby, and the hobby's supposed to be fun, guys. Like, it's great that we all take this seriously enough to do the shows, play the matches, and all of that other editing stuff. We all do it. You know, we're all a part of this one big community. All right, let's just have fun with it. You know, let's not take. I never take I am in this press conference right now, and I can guarantee you, I have not taken this seriously enough as it is.
No, you haven't taken this seriously since the first moment you came into our group.
Yeah, but it's more fun that way, is it not?
For you. But
Well,
although to be fair, he probably did take it seriously until I came around.
That
Oh,
sounds
yeah,
about right.
but yeah, have fun with this. If you want to do it, if you want to get involved, just make sure the most important thing is that you want to do it and that you're gonna have fun with this, because this is, at the end of the day, is what it's really about.
If you don't have fun with it, then you shouldn't be doing it. If you're going to treat it like a job, if it's getting to the point where it seems like a job, you either need to take a break or you don't need to do it anymore.
Exactly.
For example, I'm going on vacation tomorrow.
Thank God you need it. All the work you've been doing on freaking Prestige.
Yeah, and if to anybody who's been messaging me about match ideas or anything, if I don't get back to you, no, I don't think you're bothering me. No, I am not trying to ignore you. I am just been working on Prestige, and that has been my focus. So I think that's everything wrapped up that I can possibly think of.
All right. Well, with that said, I think this is all the time we've got for right now. We will be back on this channel with the big match prediction for Prestige, which we will go over all the title matches, all the world title matches, and VW title matches, and of course the two big main events for Night 7, which is the Queens of Wrestling title match between Nadia and Akira, and the VWU World title match, which we will make predictions on who we think will be in that match and who will win the match. So, yeah, for MTB, for Dante, for Mr. SRH,
Or your boy.
Malik, and for Mr. Scumbag Litfuck over here, Zaya.
Whoa.
No, seriously. We thank you guys for it's been like a year and a half in the making, and we cannot wait to finish. Prestige comes out in about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. Just have your popcorn because it's gonna be a long week. Believe it.
This conference has officially been pressed.
Get the hell out.
But
End it right now. Get the fuck out.
See you guys next time, and remember, the future is united.
That's a better pun than his.